Welcome back, everybody. How you doing this afternoon? I'm Richmond Webb, along with my co-host Robert Wilson, and you can follow me at Richmond Webb, and you can follow Robert Wilson at Aggie Bull, and also follow
Starcade Media.
Starcade Media, the guys that kind of put us together, put us on here, gave us the opportunity to start this podcast, and it's at Starcade Media. You can follow each one of us and like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for joining us again this evening or afternoon. How you doing? How you doing today, Robert?
Good. I'm just trying to get camera straight as usual.
Okay.
No, we're good.
Gotta have you looking good. So when you got it straight, you let me know. I see you got your Salt Light T-shirt on. You've been out there fishing again?
Oh man, I went out there. The drums and the red drums are running right now, man.
Okay.
Jerry Anderson. I got a in studio guest today.
Okay. What's the limit on drum right now here in Texas?
Black drum, you can catch all you want.
Okay.
Red drum, it's got to be 27, between 27 and the slot red.
Okay.
Anything over that is a bull red, but yeah, you can take three per person.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you go out in the deep water and get the red snapper, you can only get 2 per person.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we can do a whole show on that, man.
Okay. All right. Well, you let me know when you're ready for the cornmeal. I'm gonna bring it on over there, brother. If you need me to pick up some
okay.
whatever, you just let me know. But actually, man, I had a great opportunity. I attended the Houston Open kickoff golf tournament party last night, and that was at Minute Maid Baseball Park. I've been to Minute Maid before, watched the game, but to actually be able to walk down on the field, and I took a picture on the mound. I mean, it's a beautiful park. So it just gave me a whole different feel. But the list of people that was there, was just legendary. And some of the people I met, I wanted to mention this on the show, but Earl Campbell, Reggie Jackson, the baseball player, Mr. October.
Yeah.
Of course, the mayor was there, Mayor Sylvester Turner. Sweet Lou Dunbar, he's Harlem. Mark Clayton, I played with Mark Clayton in Miami. Enos Cabell, he was a former Astros baseball player. Jim Crane is the owner of the Astros. Ed Too Tall Jones, of course, Cowboys, huge fan. I grew up a Cowboys fan, so I remember Too Tall Jones from, back in the day, saw him. And then, of course, the legendary quarterback, Dan Pastorini. So these were just the athletes was there, but it was a lot of, attorneys, just different people that, are real successful. And then they had some music legends, rap music legends. I'm pretty sure you're familiar.
I thought you was finna forego that, man.
No, I love rap music. I grew up, I had the first time I ever met Scarface and told him, I was a big fan. Bun B, Paul Wall, Trader Truth, Slim Thug was supposed to be there, but I didn't see him. But the good thing about that, a lot of time rappers and stuff are stereotyped, but they do a lot of stuff in the community, and for them to be invited out to an event like this, it shows that they're just not one way. They're versatile. We're around the individuals that do more than just make videos and make rap music. So to see those gentlemen out there, everybody interacting with them, this and that, and for a good cause, the Houston Open, this and that, they use that to raise money for charity, stuff like that. So it was huge.
I'm pretty sure that each one of these men who are listed here, men that rap, I'm pretty sure that each one of these guys has their own namesake day in Houston. So that says, you know what I mean?
And you don't get that.
Yeah. Especially Trey the Truth. Trey the Truth, I remember he was huge in the and Bun B. They were huge with the hurricane.
Exactly.
Hurricane A. So that can't be this.
No question. That's why I say a lot of time people just look at what they see on, TV, MTV or whatever, this and that. But it's bigger than that. And like you say, for you to get your own day in the city of Houston or whatever, you've got to be doing something in the community other than just making records. So these guys are from Houston, or Bun B's from Port Arthur, right down the street. But for them to be involved in the community, find ways to give back and help the youth and people that's less fortunate than them, I think that's huge. So it was an honor for all these people, athletes, and people like that. So I had a great time.
Yeah, that was definitely what you call a good mix of. That was awesome. I was jealous when I found out because I made a call to Lamar Warren.
Okay.
I said, "Hey man, Memorial Park Golf Course. That's what we did." And I'm saying I said they passed over us for that event. He said, "Well, you damn right. I'm gonna call him. You damn right. I'm gonna call him. Don't worry about it." But no, it's
I think it's a yearly event. Yeah, I think.
I know. And they're gonna do a great job, man. Taking it over.
Well, the thing is, I think it's an opportunity that even next year, it was a couple of other Texas guys that Tim McCray played. He went to Smiley, but he was like a year or two older than me. But anyway, I saw some other guys out there. Vince Young was supposed to be there, but I didn't see him make it out. But next year, I'll try to get, I'll let them know that you're available as well, because this is my first year going, so I didn't know what to expect. And I think I found out Sunday, and I said, okay, yeah, let me just go. And it's always good because you never can know how you can help support somebody or how they can help support you. So definitely.
Yeah, as far as net, networking and connecting dots, man. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Well, I guess we can move on to football now. We'll start out with the Aggies again. And this past Saturday, Texas A&M welcomed in the Auburn Tigers. Auburn was ranked number 13. The Aggies were 14th, and they just came out with the college rankings this past week ago, Tuesday. And it was pretty even matchup. And based on the way that the game went, I can say they pretty much got it right, because the first half, after the first half, the score was 3-3. So it was a defensive battle, but I like the way our guys kind of held their composure, and then we made some plays in the second half and ended up winning that game 20-3. What'd you think about Saturday, Robert? Aggies versus.
I think the tone of my favor.
Okay.
The score was 3-3 at halftime.
Yeah.
That's when I started to figure, okay, well, whoever has the most rushing yards is going to win this game. Because obviously the pass wasn't working for neither team. Drive going, sustained drive, throwing the ball. And, the running backs were, hot and cold there in the first half. And but I said it's going to be a ground them out game. And that's when I said, well, we'll probably take it, but we will go ahead and just pound the ball with thunder and lightning.
I like those nicknames, thunder and lightning. And you know what? You bring up a great prompt, Robert. I think that's becoming the offense's identity, is running the football. When you get two guys like us, Isaiah Spiller and then A-Chain, and I know for the last 3 weeks, both guys has averaged over 100 yards per game, and that's a 1-2 punch. And the offensive line is playing much better. It's a physical style of play, and it helps control the time of possession. And I think, like you said, it was hit and miss in the first half, but the defense kept us in the game. But eventually, we found our rhythm in the second half, and you could tell we started to, make strides and bigger runs. We started, busting it open and this and that. And Final score was Aggies 20. Auburn had 3 points. Tough defensive game. Total yards, Aggies had 409 total yards. Auburn had 226. And the key thing, like you just said, was rushing. A&M had 217 rushing yards, and Auburn only had 73. Time of possession was pretty much even. And we had 1 turnover, and that was the one where A-Chain had broke loose, and the guy kind of punched it out. And Auburn had 2 turnovers, but man, the defense or the wrecking crew or whatever you want to say, those guys are really playing some great football right now, and they really got after Bo Nix. And I thought that was one of the things that they were going to have to do is contain Bo Nix because he's a dual threat quarterback, and you saw how he's hurt teams previously. And the week before they played us, they went and beat Ole Miss, which Ole Miss was number 10 at the time. So I like the way that they continue to prepare every week for no matter who the opponent is, but it just seems like they're focused, they're honed in, they're tuned in, and that defense is something outstanding now. I mean, I'm just in awe. And
what like that we played on at A&M, every great defense we played on in the pros. Guess what they had? They had that. Well, people that went to championship, they edge rusher that can change the game on any play. And A&M got 2 of them with number 2 and number 3. It's like Aaron Wallace said, those trash cans came alive.
Yeah.
They wouldn't, because I remember Lance Pavlich would be tearing them up in 7-on-7, And A-Rock said, yeah, wait till the trash can come alive.
Yeah, him and Roper was, that tandem there, it was a lot of time either they would meet at the quarterback or one would get there right before the other one. And it's hard when you got 2 edge rushers that can create that kind of disruption and put pressure on the quarterback. And like you said, Clemens, if they forced that kind of pressure, puts pressure on the offense. And if you're not used to that continual pressure, eventually you're gonna make some mistakes, and that's what happened in the second half. A couple turnovers, and I think Clemens picked it up, ran it in for a touchdown, and that kind of broke it open. But go ahead, what were you saying, Robert?
This is what people are not noticing. Those 2 nose tackles are getting the job done.
Oh, Pete, yeah.
Number 34.
Yeah.
I've been noticing the last couple of weeks, when they take 34 out of the game, they start rushing for 4 and 5 yards on that down out. So 34 is stuffing it up, man. And you combine that with the number 2 and number 3 coming off that edge, I mean, it's scary for a quarterback. Both of them like 6'4", 6'5", So I think the defense has not hit its ceiling yet.
Yeah. And you're right. When you think of a front rower like that, I can remember I first got in the league. The Eagles had, Jerome Brown, Reggie White, Mike Pitts, Clyde Simmons, and then
Seth Joyner, Byron Evans.
Yeah, and then even with the Saints, you could think about it, had Ricky Jackson, Swilling, Sam Mills, Von Johnson.
That's my that was in my game plan. All them people's in my game plan pack.
Yeah. So yeah, when you meet a mean foursome like that, it's hard because you can't really double up anybody, and then it really frees up the linebackers, and your defensive backs and stuff can play a lot more aggressive because most of the time you got to get the ball out. So you're not going to have time to just sit back there and just pick a secondary apart. And, that's the beautiful thing about when you get, 4 guys up front that can just cause havoc shut down the running game and at the same time apply pressure in the passing game. That can be a nightmare, and it seems like they continue to get stronger as the game goes on. So right now the Aggies are on a 4-game winning streak, and I would say our defense is probably one of the best in the country right now. I hadn't checked the stats, but I know the last 4 weeks they've just put up amazing numbers, and it's definitely a different defense than from the first half of the season. So
go
ahead.
Congratulate Coach, man. They signed the #1 commit in the country over defensive tackle out of Tennessee.
Right before the game, yeah, that's right. I think they announced it right as the game was in. Yeah, so I think you're right. He's the #1 defensive tackle, and he's the #2. I want to say he's the #2 overall recruit in the nation. So that's huge. You start landing guys like that. So this next class is coming in is only going to continue to add depth. And Coach Fish is building it the right way. You got to have depth at all positions. But yeah, that's a monster right there.
I'm seeing a bunch of receivers sign, commit. Our friend who's that? Noah Thomas, Clear Falls. He committed to A&M. Thomas' son, Broderick Thomas' nephew.
Yeah. He's been committed for a while, huh? Or it was just mentioned?
Yeah, he committed last year.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
He committed last year. So, but that was my point. If you're watching them and they rushing for 200 yards a game, and that's their game plan, it ain't gonna be enough balls to go to all these top receivers.
Well, that's true, but at times, I'm gonna put it like this: at times, you are gonna have to throw the football. Demas caught a nice pass this week, but you gotta have guys at all positions, and no matter, like you said, that running the football is our identity, but there are gonna be times where we have to throw the football probably more than we have to run it. So. Those guys, they're going to get the opportunities, but you're right. The way the offense is built, and I think a lot of guys, you go if they want to win. So when you can stay right here in the state of Texas and you see what's happening and transpiring right before your eyes, it's I don't have to go off to school. I can stay right here. My parents can come see me play. It's just too many positives.
And he's the new prototype. He's 6'5", can play. He plays basketball just as good as he does football. He's got 4.5, 4.4. So
he does something in track too, right? I talked to Brian.
He wanted to stay in the quarter.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so when you all-around athlete like that, all you got to do is get on the. He's a playmaker. You know what I'm saying? You put guys like that in position to make plays, and that's what helps get you into that top 4. One of the top 4 teams in the country, and we're nipping there. We might not make it this year, but if we continue to do the things and start out next year like we did the second half of this year, I think we definitely have an opportunity because. Even though we might not be getting much mention, a lot of people are saying that this is definitely a different team than what started at the beginning of the year.
Oh, so what did you think about the polls?
Well, in the polls, the Aggies are 7-2. They moved up to number 11. We traveled to Ole Miss this week, and I think Ole Miss is 15. So we can't look behind. We got to look forward. And they have a quarterback, Matt Corral. I believe that's how you say his last name. But he's another guy, dual threat. And, they got I was trying to say Money Kiffin, but Lane Kiffin is the head coach. And, he has a pretty good offensive scheme. And they got some players over there. So the same thing the defense did to Bo Nix is the same thing they're going to have to do with Matt Corral. Might be a little tougher because we're on the road. So it'll definitely be good if we can get the offense off to a fast start and get things flowing. But being able to contain that young man and stay in your rush lanes and frustrate him, I think we can come out with a victory. But this is going to be another good test for the Aggies this week. But I think we can go to Ole Miss, pull out a win, and that's 6 o'clock Central Time on Saturday. So I'll definitely be tuned in, watching those guys, looking for them to go for their number 5th win in a row.
Yeah, and then, so I'm just barely going off that, but in front of Michigan State on the poll.
Michigan State was number 3.
Michigan State beat them 12 days ago.
And what's going on? And hand chunk them an L, and you go from number 3 to they're like 9 or 10, and that's the thing. And I think Ohio State moved up, but Ohio State still has to play Michigan, and Michigan hadn't beaten Ohio State in probably 5 or 6 years, maybe longer. But I'm sure Coach Harbaugh at Michigan would love to knock off Ohio State and possibly, knock them out of the top 4, college football ranking. So there's still some things that can happen that can really shuffle up. And
they're saying if Oklahoma wins out, they're gonna get in.
If they win out, they were number 8. Where they move up to 7 or 6? Where's Oklahoma at now?
No, I think they're in the top 5.
They were like 8 last week. They moved Oklahoma and Cincinnati down, because remember, Cincinnati was 2 and they were 6, and I think Oklahoma was like 3 and they moved them down to 8. But you're right, Michigan State lost. I know Ohio State moved up. So they got to be 6 or 7. Probably Cincinnati's 5. I didn't look it up, but it's probably got to be something like that. But I think OU definitely, if they went out and win the Big 12 championship, they'll definitely be considered, because they'll have an undefeated record, kind of like Cincinnati.
Check this out. Oklahoma. That's why they're saying Oklahoma is number 4.
Oh, they moved them back up to 4. Okay, because they were 8. So
Cincinnati, Alabama, Oklahoma, Oregon, Ohio State, Notre Dame. Oh, they put Michigan State back in front of Michigan. Okay.
They put Michigan
Oklahoma State. So they're saying if I think Oklahoma got to play Oklahoma State, and then they got to play somebody else that's ranked. Saying if they went out, they getting in, especially sitting at number 4, undefeated.
Yeah, if you don't lose, if you're at 4 and you don't lose, I can see that happening. I didn't know they had moved them back up. I have to look at that, but yeah, that's Yeah. So going against Ole Miss, some of the keys to the games that I wrote down. Definitely got to contain the quarterback, Matt Corral. We talked about that. If the defense can continue to win the turnover battle by forcing turnovers, that always helps, and we can turn them into points. I think this past, you give Auburn credit, but I thought we left some points on the field that the game probably could have been a little bit, wider margin of victory than what it was. But like Auburn's a good football team, and it was a tough fought battle. I think we got to continue running the football and being, with A-Chain and Spiller, just continue to be dominant in the running game. We do that. You control the line of scrimmage. You control the time of possession, and that keeps your defense fresh. And as long as you can keep that defense fresh, man, we got a shot. We just about in every game, and I think Coach Fisher said that even though, like you said, the game was 3-3 at halftime, he didn't feel like we were out of the game. The way the guys was playing, and he knew eventually, was starting to break open like it did in the second half. And then only thing I saw in the stats was the third down efficiency. I think it was around 25 or 30%. But if you convert around 40%, normally that really improves your chances of winning. But it was like 3 or 13 or 4 or 16. I have to go back and look at it, but it was around 25 and 30%, something like that.
Okay, so then you talk about all the things that come with controlling the clock and those type of things. So and when you do that, you also control the crowd. You know what I mean?
That's huge on the road. I agree.
None of those people came out there to see A&M run the ball every other play. It'll take the and so I think if we start fast, both sides of the ball, we'll be okay. But if that slow start, especially on offense, now you're going bam, right? From the start of the game, you're putting the defense back on the field.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. And if you can do that to neutralize the crowd noise, it makes your offense run better. You can hear, you can make the checks or adjustments, check out of plays if you have to. You got to move a guy from one side to the other. Everybody can hear this and that, and then you can run your offense. So it's always key if you can, like you said, start fast and take the crowd out the game. That would be huge because with us being number 11, they would no more than do anything like to go in there and knock us off. So you're exactly right. So I expect it to be hostile in Mississippi when we go down there Saturday. But yeah, that's definitely a key to the game.
Yeah.
You got something else?
Oh no, man. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Just out StarcadeMedia.com for having us on.
Well, no. I was going to talk about the Dolphins. I thought you were going to say something else about the.
Yeah.
You forgetting about the Dolphins, man. All these weeks.
I'm about to wrap it up.
We lost 7 in a row, and we win one. And you don't want to show them no love tonight, boy. You can't do them like that, man. But this Sunday, it was a great weekend. Aggies won. The Dolphins won. Played the Houston Texans, and came out with a win. It was, I believe, it was 17-9. It wasn't pretty. Sloppy play by both teams. But the key thing was we broke that losing streak. And it's always better after a win the week than to continue to go and then, you go 8 in a row that you lost this net. So the Dolphins improved to 2-7. Some of the stats in the game was pretty much even. Texans had total yards 272. The Dolphins had 262 total yards. Texans had 4 turnovers. Dolphins had 5, so a total of 9 turnovers in the game. So we got to definitely take care of the ball much better than what we did. And then other thing was Jacob Brissett ended up starting. Tua has a fractured finger, so he didn't play, and they have him questionable for this Thursday. Matter of fact, tomorrow they play the Baltimore Ravens. And the other stat was it was almost pretty much even, but time possession, the Texans had it for 28 minutes and 16 seconds, and the Dolphins had it for 31 minutes and 44 seconds. So Thursday, tomorrow we'll be playing against the Ravens.
They got a what they call it, turn and burn. Play Sunday, and then wrap it up and play Thursday.
Play Thursday. But then you get a long weekend, so that was the only thing. If you can make it through Thursday, you get a couple days off the snap. But Ravens right now probably one of the best teams in the AFC. 6-2. Mr. Lamar Jackson, and he's from South Florida, so anytime you come home, your buddies, your family, he probably had to buy 50, 60 tickets, if not more. But anyway, I don't know if he grew up a Dolphin fan, but anytime you come back home, you want to always, play well and do well in front of your family and stuff like that. To us, they still have him listed as questionable. They said our Coach Flores said the swelling had went down in the finger with fracture, but he's still in a lot of pain. So I don't know if he'll play.
I think we need to cut the cord, man.
Cut the cord.
Yeah, I think the Tua project. The sooner we get out of that, man, the sooner we'll be on the road to recovery. I don't think he's gonna be able to stay healthy, man, in this league.
Well, it's pretty hard with that line. He's been getting beat up. So yeah, I understand the point, but all of it, I'm not just gonna lay on him. But we got to play much better.
Yeah, but so not having a good line puts you in the line of fire. You know what I'm saying? So It's like if I'm getting hell, it's because I'm getting hit too much.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So come on, man. Hey, man, I got the Rockets and the Detroit game on behind me or in front of me. The NBA, and I'm going way off track here. About the NBA is why if you shooting the free throw, Flex, if you shooting the free throw and you miss a free throw, I'm not shaking your hand. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different league now, bro. That's all I say. You see stuff
I'm like, no, man, get your shit together, bro. I'm not doing no dab.
Yeah.
They miss a free throw. It could be a huge free throw, or one that just counts. You know what I'm saying, man? Getting handshakes from everybody on the floor. I said, man, please. I ain't shaking your hand, bro. Get it together. Get your hands together and shoot the damn shot.
Yeah.
But I'm back. I'm back on the road. On the road.
Well, only thing I got left is the Ravens. They average about 27 points a game. So we definitely have to we definitely got to score some points, and we definitely got to cut those turnovers way down. When you're playing one of the best teams in the AFC, that's the last thing you want to do is, turn the ball over and give them more opportunities and put pressure on your defense. So hopefully with this win, that helps the team morale, their mentality and all that. And hopefully we come out and I say, let's shock the world on Thursday night and see if we can get that second win in a row against the Ravens. I think that'll be huge. And
that's what I was thinking about too. Dallas had no idea they was going into a trap game.
Yeah.
And they had some machetes waiting on them.
Yeah.
Cutting them low.
Yeah, they was ready. Yeah. So you got any closing comments, anything before we get out of here?
I'm OK Media. Thank them for having us. Thank you, man, for being on with me. I want to send a shout out to my buddy behind me, Jerry Anderson. He has an invention called the ab locker. Yeah. Okay. We're going to present it to the strength coach at U of H in the morning.
Okay.
So wish us luck on that. Just say hi to all the Aggie fans and all the Dolphin fans. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, the only last things I got is, like you say, like, share, and subscribe. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out to our buddy, Mr. James Howell. He has a podcast as well. He's also on Starcade Media. So if you are a Chiefs fan, or even if you're not a Chiefs fan, you can find him on YouTube. It's James Howell Sports Chiefs Talk. Go check my man out. He helps us out with this show. He's a tremendous help. And I think you'll enjoy it. I've watched it, and he does an excellent job. So even if you're not a Chiefs fan, you can learn something about football. So definitely go over there. And he's in the Starcade Media family as well. And the only other thing is, Robert, I was going to mention is me and Robert had former teammate at Texas A&M. His name is Tony Jones. He was a fireman here in Houston, and we lost one of our brothers. You know, he passed away, and so I definitely want to let the family know that we're praying for them. And when we lose somebody, it's a Texas A&M tradition that we always answer here. So here for Tony Jones, me and Robert are here, but definitely want to give a shout out to the family. We're praying for you, and other than that, let's go out.
Hey,
go ahead.
So when you brought up Tony Jones, man, I wanted to bring up his track club, the Northside Striders.
Yeah,
man, he had touch on so many of those kids from that area, man, and like generational kids came through that track program, man. And I was so sad to see him go, man. But you know, God don't make mistakes, and you know the ones closest to God are put to the toughest test, man.
Yeah, he made a tremendous impact with that track. I mean, I was at his son's wedding about 3 weeks ago, and met a lot of the young men he's mentored from a young age, and a lot of them, hey, just bring your kids out here, whether it was a boy or a girl. And he was not only a coach, but a father figure to a lot of those kids. So he definitely made a tremendous impact. And, you know, that's just the way Tony was. He's just a good brother, loved God, served in church. He was a deacon and at his church and all that. And that's why I had to mention something. And I knew you knew that we've been spreading the word. So we're going to pack it out for his.
I got a backstory on that, man. My freshman '88, I was the only freshman that played that year, and Pup was the only defensive player.
Okay.
That played, true freshman, and as my roommate.
Okay.
On the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I had it a little different. So I would hear Pup and Willie Tisland tearing the damn room up over the remote, or who gonna hold the remote. And me and T, he had me making sure the Bible was there, and
that's him. Yeah.
He started mentoring me, man, from a young cat, and he was an outgoing senior. Yeah. And I always appreciated that, man. He took me under his wing, man, as a lowly freshman.
Yeah.
Didn't know what I was, didn't know what the hell I was doing as far as traveling and for yourself and whatnot. So yeah, that's my backstory about me and Mr. Tony Jones, R.I.P.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And so thanks everyone for giving us the opportunity to share that information. But before we sign out, again, you can follow Robert at Aggie Bull, at Richmond Webb, and then also the show at Starcade Media. And also shout out to my man, Mr. James Howe Sports on YouTube. Chiefs talking about Kansas City Chiefs. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. And hopefully we have 2 more W's we can talk about next week. But y'all have a great week, and we will see you later. Okay. It says here. Still see live.